Why? Why is the question of this video. Why pay $60 for this? When you can have this for free.
Enemy spotted.
This or this. This or this. This or this. Why in 2022 are free-to-play games, or even indie games for that matter, better than full-priced AAA games? Why is it that I can invest thousands of hours into this for free, or I can pay $60 or $70 to play a 6-hour campaign and feel unsatisfied by the end? Completion timer 6 hours, 39 minutes. Easy game. I heard it was a 10-hour game.
So, back to it.
Why do some people look at this and think a game is automatically bad or pay to win or has inhumane video game practices in the game, but look at this and think, yeah, this game's gonna be pretty good? There's no way a big studio this big can mess this game up, right? Right. Okay, let's do a little comparison right now. Here is a $60 game with a battle pass and a shop to buy skins. You already paid $60 for this game, and now they're asking for another $20, which is a third of the price of the full game. But this time you aren't buying a third of the game. You aren't buying the zombies mode out of a zombies multiplayer campaign Call of Duty. You're buying a single skin. A skin in a first-person game where you won't even see your character, for the price of a third of the entire game. AAA, by the way.
What the fuck was that?
And it's not like these skins have any differences. They're literally just retextures, no new voice lines, no nothing, no special effects, animation differences, nothing. All right, here we go. Let's check out what's here. What is it? Oh no, selfie preview. Oh no. Compared to a free-to-play game, this game, again, you can play for free. You can play it right now if you even wanted to. Currently, there's 120 gods in this game, all with at least 4 abilities each. That's a lot to animate, and that's not even counting how some gods have 8 or more abilities. They all have unique voice acting and voice lines, unique visuals for each of their many abilities. Oh, and yeah, almost every skin in the game completely changes that god's visuals for their abilities and their voice acting. So much effort into a free-to-play game, with actual thousands of skins in the game, with all unique voice actors.
I'll gank middle lane. Defend.
I'll attack. Okay. Retreat.
Enemies in right lane! Defend the fire giant!
Behind us. I'll attack the left lane.
You can clearly see the effort put into a free-to-play game has so much more love put into it than a typical $60 game in 2022. Even just looking on Twitch alone, every major streamer is playing a free game because free equals better. Warzone, League of Legends, Fortnite, Apex. Battle Royales, sure, they used to be popular, not as popular anymore. Not that these games are battle royales, League of Legends obviously is not. It's that they're free. The communities thrive because they're free. The developers care, they put so much love into the game and they constantly update it because it's free. They need to do that. The games last longer, they get more updates, and you never feel like you've wasted your money. Sure, they aren't perfect, but they at least have tons and tons of hours of content and replayability. Elden Ring. My new favorite single-player game of all time, the perfect example of money well spent. You pay $60 up front and you never are asked to buy anything in the game ever again. That cool knight armor you see someone wearing? You can go find that in-game. You didn't miss out on it in the item shop. You don't need to put more money into the game to get your money's worth, and better yet, you can't. You see that castle over there? Go right up to the gate and walk on in. No prompt coming up and telling you it's a paid DLC. But even with a near perfect game like Elden Ring with a $60 price tag, which is well worth it because I got 100 hours in my first playthrough, go check it out on the channel, #ad, people expect quality. And sure, it's what you get eventually.
Objection, hearsay.
But these days, big studios that release AAA fully priced games don't care if they release an unfinished game, or a game that isn't up to today's standards. Elden Ring released months ago and still has no indication of having refresh rates over the options of 60Hz. It released using only 3% of my GPU and making it near unplayable with how laggy it was. And still, even now, months later, when I finally beat it, I was still freezing and hitching during some of the boss fights. What's he doing? Oh, I froze! A game that handicaps itself at 2012 standards of 60 FPS, and it can't even reach 60 FPS a lot of the time for many players. It's a little sad. When I buy a game on my super powerful PC, I shouldn't have to load up YouTube videos to find ways to make their game run half decent. You're lying to me if you didn't go into the Nvidia control panel and Windows settings and do everything you could to make the game not stutter, and even then, enjoying the game at max graphics was near impossible. Well, you're either lying or you're one of those people that call 60 FPS butter smooth. And sure, after my first couple hours, did I get used to 60 FPS? Yeah, but I still prefer 144 Hz. I mean, I haven't used 60 FPS unless I go over to play my old consoles. But come on, it's 2022. We've been done capping games at 60 FPS on PC for at least a decade at this point. So yeah, my point is, with a free game, you just go in, enjoy it, maybe sink a billion hours into it, or sink 10 minutes and be done with it. With a $60 game, you don't know if you're about to be cursed with Cyberpunk 2077 or Elden Bling. And that's bad. I never know what to expect anymore, and it's because the standards of quality video games has dropped significantly over the years, and big studios no longer care about the consumer. And with all that being said, go buy Elden Ring because it will change your life, and it is the best game ever made in recent years. Battlefield 2042 and COD Vanguard. Do I even need to go into detail of how disappointing these games are? I mean, I wouldn't even get these games if they were free. Again, because there are so many better options out there that are also free to play and much more enjoyable. Let's just sum up these two games as the games that launch with microtransactions out the get-go, scoreboardless, bug-filled trash, and a game that couldn't even implement a pause feature for the zombies community. And I'm part of that community. I got zombies posters all over, I got the zombies comics over there. I've been in the community since 2008. It is just so sad what's become of Treyarch and just big companies in general. If you bought both these games, you paid $120 or more, and I am so sorry. And just to prove a point that AAA games are getting worse and worse over time, this is Infinite Warfare and Black Ops 3. These are beautiful graphics. Now look at BO4, look at Cold War, look at Vanguard. Yeah, I can feel these games descending into mobile game territory. Like, they're not even trying to hide it. The graphics downgrade over time is absolutely abysmal. Alright, let's take a look again at a free game and its base features. This is VHS by Hellbent Games, an upcoming 4v1 asymmetrical game where teens fight back against a monster. This will probably be my main game once it's out. It's been in development for years and years, and the devs are actually good at their game, some with 7,000 hours in their game, because they care about it. They didn't just rush it out and start asking for money. In fact, the beta's been out for over 6 months now, and they haven't even allowed people to spend a single penny. A perfectly balanced game with almost no bugs that can be found, a beautiful art style, and what's that? An amazing customization system and a ton of challenges to keep you playing and actual unlockables, and oh my god, this is all free. Yes! Yes! And this video isn't just about free versus $60 and getting your money's worth. It's just about big companies in general. The indie companies, I sink so much more hours, and I bet you do as well, into their games than these bigger companies. It's a video about both sides. Free, $60, big companies. Even if a big company makes a free game, that could be bad. Halo Infinite, for example. And watching them showcase Halo Infinite gameplay was a blessing.
It's definitely not a full customization at all of what'll be in the launch product, but that customization is going to help at least help us understand what's important to you from the small subset that we're giving you to play with.
So that was a fucking lie.
Sure. Oh, I didn't get credit for that, but I think my friendly bot must have gotten the kill. Here we go.
That's a team game, right? Oh, no, look at that.
I'm gonna get 1 kill.
Pesky shape.
If I die again, we'll call it, and I will exit the stream in shame.
The devs were so bad at their own game. How can you be that bad? That just shows they don't have passion for the game. I mean, all devs shouldn't be perfect at their games, right? But when you're that bad, it just shows, like, I don't think you're putting in the effort or you really care. Compared to VHS, the devs have 7,000 plus hours. They play on their lunch break. They play it all the time. I've played with them. beat them, they've beat me because they're really good at their game. The difference is insane. I'm willing to bet you put more time into games that aren't full price than games that are. Hell, I bet you put more time into free mobile games like Clash Royale compared to some $60 linear 6-hour campaigns.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Video game prices make 0 cents. Why can I get a game that has 2 new content updates every single week for free? Or I can get this for $60, a game which is dropping players every day and is near unplayable. Devs that make low-priced games care so much more about their game's quality than these mega studios that just want the consumer to pay over and over again for buggy garbage games. Even if a studio says they're taking their time and won't release a game until it's ready, they still can't be trusted, which is exactly what Cyberpunk did over 7 years of time, and look what they came out with.
It is the most detailed world they've ever seen in a video game, period.
Gonna make me like 100 times more insane, okay?
Hey, Ike, you shitbird. You want a little pie?
Or Halo, which was delayed a year and still only launched with barely any content and a ton of bugs and unfair grinding mechanics. Sure, that one was free, but again, it was made by a mega corporation, and yes, we can still all see the graphics downgrade, just like I pointed out with the COD series. Big studio devs just don't care anymore, and the smaller companies do, and I just thought I had to point that out, as sad as it is. It's time to do better. Make games that work. Just make them work. It's that easy. Playtest your own game and don't launch it in a terrible state. It's that simple. There is some decent news in this rant, and that's there won't be a COD in 2023. They're actually attempting to develop a better game by taking a year off to work on it. Wow, what a concept. It's almost as if making a great game takes time, and I blame the big corporations for rushing all these developers into getting their game out as quick as possible. Free games are more polished and much more worth your time than full-priced games. Remember, this is just an opinion. With all the compiled evidence, maybe I've convinced some of you of the same opinion. And with enough believers, maybe this opinion will become a stone cold fact in the gaming community. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Like and subscribe. Roll the outro.